Good afternoon, y'all. It is Thursday, April the 10th. It is 6:46. Okay, I am going to make chicken and rice, and I have leftover green beans, and I'm using my leftover rice from yesterday's meal. And uh, I'm hoping that this chicken goes down good. I've talked about how chicken can make me uh, sick in the tummy, but I've been wanting to make this for a long time. My mother used to make this, I don't know, from time I was a little girl, you know. I remember coming home from school and I'd say, and it was in this very kitchen over at that counter. I'd walk up behind her and I'd say, Mama, what's for supper? And she'd say, chicken and rice. And I went, oh, okay. Because it wasn't my favorite meal. I mean, I would eat it, of course. You always ate your food back then. You couldn't be picky. But I was happy for my sister because she loved the chicken and rice. So Mom would boil a chicken, pick it off the bone, make a light brown gravy, and serve it over rice. Now, as a married woman, I experimented. I like to experiment. So I started putting onions and bell pepper in there. And so I have this orange bell pepper, and I'm going to cut up this onion and saute it a little bit. And I've already cooked I have one chicken breast there because it's just me. I don't need to cook a whole chicken. So let me slice up this onion. Okay, and the way I open a bell pepper is I press down on the center and break it apart. And that's how I get my bell pepper open. Now I'm just going to use just a little bit of this. I love bell pepper, but they don't love me. So there you go. So we'll just see if I survive this meal. Okay, I have kind of caramelized those peppers and onions. That's how I like mine. You don't have to cook yours that brown if you don't like it that way. I like the flavor it gives. Okay, now I'm going to add a little flour. Probably about 2 tablespoons. I had put in um, 2 teaspoons of butter and 2 teaspoons of olive oil. So I'm just going to let this brown. And remember, if you like your gravy real brown, you let it cook in the pan for a long time until your flour and your fat look real brown. My friend Ramona, her mother, made excellent gravy. And I asked her one time, I said, why is your gravy so good? She said, when you're making your roux, your flour and your fat, You want to get it so brown that you think it's fixing to burn, and then you put your liquid in. So I took her advice, and when I want it real brown, that's what I do. I let the roux get real brown. All right, I am going to add some of this liquid from when I cooked the chicken. Okay, I'm going to season this with some thyme, some poultry seasoning, some black pepper, that smells good. Now you could put, whatever you want in here. Now I used vegetable broth to cook this chicken, and when I cooked it for my family, I would boil a whole chicken. I would add onion skins, carrots, and celery so that my broth would have a deep, strong flavor. All right, now I'm going to get this piece of chicken in here, and I'm just going to shred it. My husband always wanted it chopped. I like the chicken shredded. And since it's just me here, I'm going to shred it. And I just let that cook for, 5 or 10 minutes, just to let that chicken kind of soak up that gravy and let those seasonings all mix and meld together. I'll just pour the rest of this in there. Now that's just one chicken breast. Looks like that would make maybe 2 meals for me. You could use jalapeno peppers in here, or green or red bell pepper. Add a little parsley, dried parsley. And that's how my mama and I made chicken and rice. All right, there we go. Chicken and rice, leftover green beans, leftover coleslaw, and the rice was left over. And it looks like I'll have enough rice and chicken and gravy for another meal. So for one chicken breast, that was pretty good for one person. So let me taste the chicken and rice. Mm, I love the flavor with the thyme and the poultry season. It's really good. Now you could always put another vegetable in there. You could leave the vegetables out. You could put celery in there, uh, mushrooms, whatever you want. So I'm gonna go enjoy this meal, and y'all have a good evening, a good day, a good afternoon, and please remember to be kind to someone. Someone needs your kindness today.